Hello, welcome to another episode of Snail Mail with Smokey. I'm Smokey. Thank you so much for watching today. I really appreciate it. On today's episode, we're going to take a look at all of the incoming mail that I've received this week through postcrossing.com, as well as friend swaps and surprises. And then at the end of the video, I want your help with something. I've got a question, and so maybe you can help me answer that. But before we get started, if you remember back, 3, 4, 5 months ago, I was telling you that I was going to do a video about pictorial postmarks and digital color postmarks, and that I wanted to get some of those ordered and sent off, and that I would do a video about the whole process. I haven't forgot about that. But what I do want to tell you about that is that there are some great videos on YouTube about those. And the ones that I have found come from a gentleman named Brian. Brian lives in Kansas. And he's got a channel right here on YouTube called Stamp Man that I've just discovered. I'll put a link to Brian's channel in the description of this video. But he's got 2 really great videos about this. He's got a video all about pictorial postmarks, how to send off for them, what it entails. And then he's got another video about digital color postmarks. And it's a really great video as well. Both of these videos are meant for the United States Postal Service. You send your covers in with your stamps, and they'll put the postmarks on them that you want. So please go check out Brian's channel, Stamp Man, for those videos. They're really informative, really well produced. I just came across his channel recently, and I'm really enjoying all of his content. So having said that, let's get to the postcards that I've received this week. We'll start with the official postcards from postcrossing.com. This is the first postcard. I love this postcard. This is Luke and Obi-Wan battling it out. And this comes from Olaf, who lives in Germany. And so Olaf, thank you so very much for this card. And I love how Olaf has decorated it. First, look at the stamps. Really great stamps. And then all the stickers. There's a sheep and a frog and a rabbit and, of course, a giraffe. And so, Olaf, thank you so very much. I really enjoy the postcard, and I really appreciate it. The second official postcard is this postcard. This comes from Canada. And this comes from, I believe it's Rob, who lives in Ottawa, Canada. And he sends me this great postcard with the national flag of Canada. I really enjoy it. And then here are the stamps that Rob has included. So thank you so much for that. This is the next postcard. I really like this, the double-decker bus there in London, England, a really iconic image. And so I enjoy this, but this doesn't come from Great Britain. This comes from Portugal. And they said that they hope I'm doing well, and they enjoyed reading my profile and thought I would like this card. I really do. Thank you so very much for it. And then there is the stamp from Portugal. And now on to swaps and friend mail and that sort of thing. First is this Star Wars card. I really like this card. This card comes from Robert, who lives in New Mexico. I really like this this sticker that Robert has included, and I really like the stamp as well. One of the newer issues. So thank you so much, Robert, for this card. This next card comes from Lila, who lives in Maryland. And I didn't know this, but it was National Postcard Week last week, May the 7th through the 13th. So Lila sent me this card to remind me of that. So Lila, thank you so very much. I really like the card. And then there is the sailboat postcard stamp. Next is this card. I love this card. This comes from Bob, and Bob lives here in the U.S. And he said he recently got back into stamp collecting and was watching my channel, and it took him a few episodes to realize that Postcrossing was a website, but him and his wife are both hooked on Postcrossing. So thank you for this card, Bob. Yeah, sometimes I really forget to mention it. I just say Postcrossing. If you're not familiar, go to postcrossing.com. It is entirely free to sign up for an account. It doesn't cost you anything to be a member of Postcrossing. It is a great idea. It is a way to connect with people all around the world. You put in your information, and so you start out and you send a postcard. You send a postcard, you'll get a random address, and you'll send that card out to someone around the world. You have the option whether you want to receive cards from your own country or not, or you just want to receive them from different countries. I think you start by, you can send 5 postcards, and then you can go up from there. And I think it probably took me, after I sent my first postcard, maybe took a month before I received another postcard. But it's well worth it. And then you receive a postcard from somebody totally different, not the person that you sent it to. So yeah, postcrossing.com, totally free to sign up. It is a great hobby. If you are into postcards, if you're into pen paling, if you're into history, learning about different people and lands and cultures, Postcrossing is a great venue for that. If you're a philatelist and like stamps, Postcrossing is great for that. I have met so many great people through Postcrossing, have become friends with them. And to be honest, I have yet to come across an unpleasant person when it comes to Postcrossing. Everyone has been really nice with the cards that I have sent them or in sending me a card. So I highly recommend postcrossing.com. So Bob, thank you so much for this this great postcard from Great Britain, and thanks for watching the channel, and I hope you and your wife enjoy Postcrossing for many years to come. This next postcard is from David, who lives in New York. I really like this postcard a lot. And David says that he was at a museum and saw this postcard and instantly thought of me. So David, thank you very much. It's a wonderful card and I really like it very much. And there is the stamp. This next postcard is from Monty, who lives in Canada. And I love this card. So Monty says that what he did is he took an old VHS cassette cover and he made a postcard out of it. And then look at the stamps and the stickers and the postmark. What a great idea. I love repurposed postcards, handmade postcards, people that really, they put a lot of thought into making a postcard for you. So what a great idea. Monty, thank you so very much. Love this card, and I really, really appreciate it. By the way, Star Wars Episode 1, the first movie that I took my youngest daughter to see in the theater was Star Wars Episode 1. So really excited about that. The next postcard comes from Rob. You all know Rob. He's that dead guy here on YouTube. And this is a postcard of the Fort Prince of Wales Churchill in Manitoba. It is a National Historic Park. And it was a fort with 40 cannons and completed by the British in 1771 after more than 40 years of construction. And so a really great historic postcard, and Rob, I appreciate it. And then Rob has been so kind. He has included this this new stamp of this mother goose and baby. Unfortunately, the postman somewhere has stricken both of these stamps with the dreaded pin cancel. But nonetheless, I love the stamps and I really like the postcard. So Rob, thank you so much. This next postcard comes from David, who lives in San Francisco. David sends me this meetup card. This is from from his area. And wow, what a colorful postcard, and a really nice size postcard too. And then look at all of the people that were at the meetup. Look at all those stamps and signatures and names, and the nice Lunar New Year stamp that David sent. So David, thank you. The same day that I got this postcard, and so very surprised to get a second card just like it. This comes from Angeli, who also lives in San Francisco. Angeli is a watcher of this channel, and she sent me the same meetup card. So David and Angeli, you must know each other if you were both at the same meetup. And she put a Shel Silverstein stamp on this card. So thank you. Thank you both very much. I really like the postcard. I like meetup cards, and very excited to get it. This is the next item that arrived. This is an envelope. This comes from Jilly B. Jilly B living her life her way, right here on YouTube. And Jilly sent me a selection of blank postcards, and so I thought that was very thoughtful of her. There is a Hellboy card. There's Hawkman. James and the Giant Peach. My youngest daughter loved, when she was little, James and the Giant Peach. Loved it. So I was very happy to get this card. And this card here. Lots of really nice cards. Jilly is always so very generous. If you see someone without a smile, give them yours. Isn't that a great card? And then this postcard. So, Jilly, thank you so very much for your generosity, for sending me these cards. They will find new homes through the world of Postcrossing and swaps, and I cannot wait to use them and send them out. And I can't thank you enough for sending me this wonderful gift. Last is this envelope. This comes from Chris. Let me get it open. And Chris sends me a couple of items that are very interesting. Let me get into these. The first is a prepaid postcard with y'all, I just forgot the word for this thing. With the goose, excuse me. And boy, I'm not that old to be forgetting what these animals are called. So he sends me this. And then he sent me something that I had seen online and am thrilled to receive from him. And that is these right here. Now, forgive me for not having my stamp tongs out, but these are not postage stamps. These are actually Cinderella stamps. And yes, they are Cinderella stamps, and they are to advertise the World Stamp Show that is coming to Boston in 2026. I know it's 3 years away, but the road to Boston 2026, there's a website, boston2026.org. It is going to be an international stamp show. It's going to be a huge event. Philatelists, stamp collectors from all over the world are going to be there. And so these are some Cinderella stamps that were made for the event. So Chris, thank you so much for that. I really appreciate it. I don't know if I'm going to get to go. I want to go. I've been talking to my wife about it. It's 3 years out, so maybe we will get to go. And so that brings me to my question. these are Cinderella stamps, and I've been seeing lately some videos and some different people that are collecting fantasy philately. And what fantasy philately is, if you're not familiar with it, are stamps from fantasy lands. Either they're fantasy lands from literature, like Star Wars. There are some stamps from Alderaan and Tatooine that people have collected. Obviously, they're not good or valid for postage in any country in the world. They're purely for entertainment. And then people are collecting stamps and making stamps from their own countries that they have created in their imagination. And so, have you heard about this fantasy philately? Is it something that you're interested in? And if you are, I'd like to know how you're printing your postage stamps for your land or your country. It's something that I'm interested in, that I find fascinating. So please let me know in the comments about that. Well, that's it for this episode of Snail Mail with Smokey. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't done so yet, please consider subscribing to the channel. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up and also leave me a comment. Until I see you next time, have a great day. Bye-bye.